LiveHipHopDaily.tv.
What's up? You know we back. Cash Color Cannabis, a high level of conversation back on LiveHipHopDaily.tv. As you see, I got my special guest with me. How you doing, man?
I'm coolin', man. I can't call it. Life's good. You know what I'm saying? Life's good.
Got that Southern play in the building, man. My man Clay James. Clay, man. Well, we gonna let's get started, man. Let's cut right to the interview, man. How did you get into music in the first place? Like, what was this that sparked you into getting into the music?
I was in college, and I was about to drop out.
Really?
And I was gonna go to the Air Force. Cause you know, I couldn't think of nothing else to do for real.
Man,
go to the military.
Isn't that really like a problem for all black men coming up at a certain point in time? Like, I just really can't figure out what to do.
Cause it's like, and then you looking at the military, you looking on TV, you seeing all type of stability, everything they got going on for you. So I really was looking for some stability.
Chevy Camaros and all that too.
And one of my frat brothers, he came to me and he was like, "Man, you got a cool story to tell. You got a cool image. You know what I'm saying? You could touch people. Let's try something else." I say, "What you want to try?" He was like, "Man, I think you should rap."
Oh.
So I ain't never rapped before. None of that. This in 2010 now.
Okay.
So he was like, "I think you should rap." I was like, "All right." So one day, the week after that, he came and took me to the studio. We blazed up. You know what I'm saying? And I did my first song.
Get out of here.
And that's how they was calling me Fly Guy on campus because of how I dressed.
Yeah.
And then niggas in my hood and Savannah was calling me CJ.
Yeah.
So it was like, we gonna call you CJ the Fly Guy. That's how that came about.
That's crazy.
That was the first rap name.
That's crazy.
You know
and if you can't tell, half this flyness has to come from your affiliation with Kappa Alpha Psi.
Definitely,
right?
definitely, man. We gonna put you through the system and get you right. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, that's what's up, man. So you really been rapping for only 7 years? That's 8 years?
7.
Really? That's not really a long time, but for the progress that you made, that's actually kind of amazing. Because I would have figured you've been rapping or you've been trying to do your thing for a little bit while now.
I knew I was coming in behind the game, so I had to move at an accelerated rate.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
Okay, man.
I worked my ass off like that.
Okay, that's what it is. So, and what prompted you to go from CJ the Fly Guy to Clay James? Because like I said before you even got here, when I met you, you were still CJ the Fly Guy. I know you was working with a clothing line. Like, he was a whole nother bold brand at that moment, man. But what made you transform from CJ the Fly Guy to Clay James?
I just felt like if I was gonna be kicking some real shit, like I said I had to really be who I was.
Okay.
See, I had done start dressing down and shit, and you know what I'm saying, kind of bringing my image down so that I could kind of backdoor into the music industry. Because I didn't feel like folk would accept this shit like this. You know what I'm saying? How I was kicking it on campus and stuff. Yeah. So I just kind of dumbed it down a little bit. But then I was like, man, fuck that. I got to be me if I want to win.
Yeah.
So I changed my name to my government name, Clay James.
Okay.
And then I just started back kicking it how I was kicking Flav on campus with the player shit, you know what I'm saying?
Well, y'all be real with you. Clay James is probably one of the. I'm not big on people using their real names for rap. Like, if you ever watched the show before, I'll tell people, like, I discriminate against names all the time when it comes to music. Like, I didn't listen to Kendrick Lamar. I didn't listen to Wiz Khalifa. Shout out to my man Fiend. He's now Z Rich. Fiend will tell you the story. I never listened to Fiend. Like, I was adamant I'm never listening to this music. And it really took me, like, he's one reason why I even listen to independent music now, because I was so upset at myself it took me that long to hear his music, man. But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope that you do use your own name. So, like, that's dope, man. I would say that you do represent a Clay James. Like, when I first heard it, I was like, yo, that is you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a dope style to be.
Straight up.
One of the things that I have noticed and I have admired about you is you have a real strong independent spirit as well. Like, you really bold about yourself. You really have no problem walking, I guess, your own route. Speak to me about being independent and how important that is as far as somebody like yourself as an artist and trying to build a brand of being independent and staying to your own lane.
I mean, when I was in school, my major was business management.
Okay.
With a minor in marketing. So with that, I always wanted to own my own business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of where the mind state came from. So when I jumped in this music thing, I was focusing on, you know, like ownership. And I knew that eventually I would probably have to sign a deal one day and then give somebody a piece of something.
Yeah.
But I wanted to put enough equity into the situation and build myself up to the point where it wouldn't be such a large piece that I would still be majority owner in whatever my situation was.
Yeah, of course.
So it came from school.
Okay, it came from school, that business part.
Yeah.
All right, so and I know the brand, one of the brands you created was the Southern Players brand. You know what I mean? And again, it's almost like you see stuff happening on Instagram, you almost feel like you in it at the time it's happening. You know what I mean? So speak to me about Southern Players. Like, how did that come about, and how did you find Messiah, and how did y'all come up with the whole like, yo, this is what we about to do?
Okay, that day I told you my frat bro took me to the studio the first time.
Yeah.
He was in there.
Really?
Yeah, he just so happened to be in there recording on some random shit.
Okay.
And that's when I met him. I mean, I already had knew Messiah because it'll be on some shit like he might be on my campus. He went to Clark and I went to Georgia State. But anytime we saw each other in each other's dorms, it was really coming from a chick room. Okay. So I'm looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, don't go here, but he moving around here. You know what I'm saying? He moving, you feel me?
Player, I gotta know you.
I just respected him for that. And then like I had a party one time on campus and they was giving him a hard time to get in. And just off the strength that I respected him as a player, I was like, look here, man. Bro coming in with me or y'all gonna have a problem. And we didn't even know each other like that. But like I said, I just respected the flavor he was kicking. Yeah. So whoop-de-whoop, we get in the party. He buy me a drink. We got cool that day forward. You know what I'm saying? And he knew I was trying to do the rap thing. He didn't really rock with it at first like that because he didn't know if there was something was in my heart or something I was just doing at the time. Yeah. Because I just popped up with it. So whoop-de-whoop, we went back to my hometown, Savannah, Georgia. We got up with this producer named Mazo. Yeah. And we did the song Southern Player Shit. Came back up here, started performing it, and everybody started calling us Southern Players. Mind you now, I was my own entity. He was his own entity. Yeah. We had no thoughts of being in a group. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. But when niggas start calling us Southern Players, you know what I'm saying? Because they said that the song was reminiscent of some Outkast shit to them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they gave us that name. We was like, shit, that shit cold. Yeah. And we is really some players. You feel me? So shit, that's how that came about. So really the media and people in the streets made that shit and we just ran with it.
That's what's up, man. Well, I know one thing again. When it's like your music is kind of get dressed music. Like that's what I call it. Like Clay James makes get dressed music. And when I see you and y'all together, it's like you telling the whole crowd get dressed basically because y'all don't come out shabby. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen that man in some suits, boy. I was like, damn, I wish I could rock that, but I can't, man.
Yeah, he gonna put it together now.
Yeah, he put it together, man. So choosing him was kind of like a thing that was almost in the making down there. Yeah. That's what's up. So how's the partnership been so far? And like, I guess, how's the partnership been so far? And what are y'all working on currently, if you are?
Oh, we solid. You know what I mean? Anytime I go on tour with Dog, anything I got going on, he with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like they're testing this situation with me, and then we pretty much know this is gonna go well because it's been going out the roof past expectation anyway. Yeah. And that's when they're gonna start on his personal project. Okay. Then that's gonna happen. Then we doing our Together project again. All right. That's the way the game go. You feel me?
That's how you supposed to do it, man. I like that. I like that, man. Who are some of your influences as far as musically coming up, and who are some of the people you feel like influence your style now?
Of course, Outkast, because Big Boy grew up down the street from me. You know what I'm saying? His people in Savannah. Yeah. We all grew up in Cloverdale. Okay. So that's, let me say, the Outkast, UGK, 8 Ball, MJG, Lil Flip, T.I., Scarface, the old Lil Wayne. Who else? Devin the Dude. Who else I got? Who I was bumping? Camouflage, he was a rapper in Savannah that got killed.
We're gonna talk about Camouflage next segment, man.
Soulja Slim, he got killed. Yeah. Definitely Lil Bootsy and Yo Gotti.
Really, Gotti. Yeah. You know, I got a good story about Gotti. I met Gotti like in 2005, man. Gotti was the most humble human being I ever met at that moment. Like we was in Dallas. I remember we was in the same hotel, and I remember getting down. He had a shirt on that said full-time grind. And I was like, yo, I like that shirt, though. I dapped him up. And he was with 5 dudes at the time. He literally looked at them 5 dudes and said, yo, give him shirts, CDs, and everything. They opened up all them bags, but I still got a full-time grind shirt. Like I will rock with Gotti for that reason, man. He's a humble dude, really dope dude, man.
Straight up.
Straight up, man. All right, so we gonna cut to a video real quick, man. I'm gonna bring on my man Starlito. He got a new joint with Mob Squad Nard called Day. We gonna check that out. He was in the city last night, matter of fact, for the Karate in the Garage tour. Him and Scotty and Don Tripp and all them. So salute them boys, man. We gonna come back with Clay James. We gonna talk Camouflage. We gonna talk Snoop Dogg, and we also gonna play a game called Name That Rap, Name That Song, man. See if you can catch up on some Southern player lyrics, man.
For sure.
We'll be right back. Cash Color Canvas, a high level conversation here on LiveHipHopDaily.tv. All right, we back. Cash Color Canvas, a high-level conversation on LiveHipHopDaily.tv with my man Clay James, that Southern player, man. As you know, lastly, we were just talking about how he got into music, his style, how he linked up with Messiah to form Southern Players. Now I want to talk to you about your Savannah roots, man. One rap I remember reading about, I think it was in XXL, like back in the day, was a dude named Camouflage. You know what I'm saying? I remember, he was from, saying Savannah. He was really on the rise at that moment. Like, to literally see somebody in XXL back then meant you was either putting in work or you had a ton of bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was either that or that. It wasn't like a whole bunch of favor stuff. Yeah. So to see him in there was dope even back at that time. And I hear you speak about him a lot, man. Speak about Camouflage and what he meant to the city of Savannah, man, because clearly he did mean a whole lot. I even heard Rollo talk about it when he came up here that time. You know what I'm saying? So he really means a lot. Speak to us about what Camouflage meant to Savannah.
Camouflage embodies, I would say, the heart of Savannah. Yeah. Like if you really wanted to get if you was from out of town and you really wanted to know what the streets of Savannah was about, you could listen to Flage music and really know everything that was going on in the hood at the time. Okay. And that's why the city loved him so much. He spoke for the underdog, the have-nots. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he is equivalent in Savannah to what I would say like your Tupac is on the West Coast, what your Snoop Dogg is to Long Beach. Okay. You know what I'm saying? What Jay-Z is to New York, what Nas is to New York. You know what I'm saying? That was Jay-Z. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? And he would have been. I feel like he'd have been one of the biggest people to ever come out the South if he hadn't got killed. Ooh,
okay, that's a bold statement there. So I gotta go check out some more Camouflage stuff. And everybody, I implore you, check out Camouflage when you get a chance, man. We gotta remember these past rappers, man. Respect their work, respect their music.
Straight up.
Savannah's a historic city in itself, man. Like especially for the food. I keep hearing, man. What's it like down in Savannah growing up, like out there?
Well, if you grow up in Savannah, you're going to become a seafood head. You feel me? Like, I love seafood because we down by the water. Yeah. So it's like, that shit fresh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's coming straight out the gate. You feel me? Like, anytime I go home to record, right? Yeah. That's why I do all my recording at Euphoria Studios. Okay. And shit, the first thing I do when I get off the plane or I get off the bus, I go straight to this spot named Bobo's. It's on the west side. It's probably like 5 minutes away from my old high school, Beach High. Okay. But Bobo's like, that's the spot in the hood to get your seafood from. Like, it look like a little hole in the wall situation out from outside, but when you go in that thing seafood heaven. You know what I'm talking about?
All right, so let me make that a mental note. When I'm in Savannah's, check out Bobo's, man.
And then if you want some restaurant shit for the seafood, like some sit-down shit, you go to Carrie Hilliard's. Okay. That's another spot we used to go to when I was in high school. We used to go there after the football games and shit. But I still go there when I go home.
Bro, we need to make you a spokesman for one of these places, man. He spoke with passion about them spots, man.
That shit be good.
So, but one thing that you had a major development happen a little while ago, man, where you connected with Snoop Dogg. Now, I remember again, because again, if you follow somebody on Instagram, it's almost like you part of their life. Yeah. I remember when you said, I'm rocking with big homie Snoop. Now it's about to be Doggy Style South. It's about to be this. I'm looking like, where's this about to go for the kid, man? Like, where's this about to happen, man? Tell us about how you met Snoop and like how did that turn into you rocking alongside him and you actually being part of his new relaunch of his brand? Okay,
so in 2016, me and Messiah, we performed at South by Southwest. Yeah. And we did a bunch of stages down there. One of the stages we did was the Black Hour backstage. At that stage, it wasn't a lot of people there. That was probably my least populated stage, you know what I'm saying? But it was still popping. Yeah. So I did my thing like it was any other show. Like it was 500 niggas there. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. But when I come off the stage, it's some cats waiting for me. They all got on LB chains and LBC hats and blue and gray. So you know what time that is. They Crips.
Yeah, I was about to say,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the whole West Coast swag and shit like that. And they approached me and they was like, bro, we really appreciate your music. Like, you don't sound like nobody in Atlanta, you know what I mean? And we can appreciate that, man. Y'all some real dudes, you know, whoop-de-whoop. And we just kicked it for the rest of South by Southwest. It didn't dawn on me that they fuck with Dog like that. I just kicked it with them cats because they was trill. And when we got back to the A, you know what I'm saying, we exchanged numbers or whatever. We got back to the A, and Young Zeke, that was one of Dog affiliates, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I'm gonna put you in contact with one of the A&Rs, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we can get y'all a little extra push, you know what I'm saying, that'll get you over that hump that you're trying to break through. He was like, cause Dog doing single deals right now, if you got a hot single. So I was like, okay. I got it with the A&R dude. His name was Young Sag. Sag heard 3 of my songs. He asked me to pick one that I would want to be a single, you know what I'm saying? So of course I gave him Southern Player shit. And you know, Sag played the song for Dog. Dog loved that shit. And then he put the shit out on his iTunes, his SoundCloud, and then he put the shit up on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Next thing you know, it dropped on a Monday, right? By Tuesday, every major publication in hip hop was talking about me. But they was like, yo, who this new cat Snoop Dogg done signed? Whoop-de-whoop. Not knowing we just had a single deal. It was supposed to have been a one gone type thing. You know what I'm saying? So the shit done went viral. I'm on everything you could think of, you know what I'm saying? Radio stations all over the country talking about me because they trying to understand how could a Long Beach Crip go find a Southern Player. You dig what I'm saying? So that happened. The Monday after that, after the song Go Crazy, he called me on the phone. And it's so wild because I was at hospice with my grandma. My grandma was dying of cancer.
I hate to hear that.
So she in the bed, I put Dog on speakerphone. I was like, yo, I told my grandma, like, yo, I'm gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? So my whole family in the room while I got bro on speakerphone. And they none of us believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like this nigga really telling me like, shit, we gonna take it all the way there. Just give me some time. You know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop. He gave me the rundown of what he wanted to do. And he was like, man, I'm gonna give you the game as I got the game. I'm gonna give you the game like Dr. Dre gave me the game. You dig what I'm saying? And shit, a year later, that nigga held down on his word. It just so happened I stayed under the Doggy Style Records imprint, dropped some more songs or whatever, and he thought it would be a good idea to link up with his cousin Thomas Brighter. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know Snoop has roots in Mississippi. So they was like, man, we need to do this Doggy Style South shit since we got roots in the South anyway, and you gonna be our flagship artist. You gonna be the first artist on this part of the label, on this branch. And shit, that's how we been rocking.
Damn, that's crazy, man. So that's actually a really cool story. Like, make sure you document that for life. Like, be able to tell your kids that's a crazy happenstance, man. But when you break that news, like, say like this, I put myself in your position. You're an artist coming up in a city full of other artists who are coming up. Everybody's cheering when everybody's in the same spot. If you feel what I'm saying. But the second you get a spot over, people stop cheering. And it's human nature. People stop cheering because now it's like we're not on the same level anymore. I don't know really how to deal with you anymore. Have artists in this city had that kind of effect? Had that feeling towards you? Or have you noticed that it went from we cheering for Clay James to we stopped going to Clay James shows because I got my own show now?
Nah, I'm gonna keep it all the way a bean with you. These niggas wasn't really fucking with us like that from the jump. You dig what I'm saying? Cause of how we carry ourselves. It was an intimidating presence when you see us coming in there looking how we looking and rapping how we rapping because we doing some different shit. So niggas was on the fake shit from the jump. So it was like it was nothing. That went over our head. I remember one time me and Messiah was at our crib. This was a few years ago. I was in the crib crying, bro. I was like, man, damn, bro, why these niggas be hating on us so hard? Like, man, how the fuck we gonna make it with everybody hating on us? You dig what I'm saying? That nigga rolled a blunt. That nigga said, bro, calm down. That nigga said, bro, we gonna get picked up by somebody bigger than everybody. And I said, how you figure that? He said, I'm telling you, man. He said it's gonna be somebody like Drake or Diddy or Dr. Dre or some shit like that. And I'm looking at this nigga like, I'm glad I'm kicking it with a nigga who got big dreams. You feel me?
I was about to say, keep him around, you know?
And just so happened, we fucking with Snoop Dogg. You feel me? So it really don't matter what none of these niggas talking about no more. Because it opened up us to a whole fan base, a whole different clique of people. Like, it's a whole group of people that love us now. You know what I'm saying? Just off of us being us, off of the dog endorsement.
Yeah.
So now in the city, everybody acting like they was dying and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's all gravy.
Keep it playing. I feel you. Keep it playing.
Cool. I don't have no animosity towards nobody.
Now let me tell you though, man. I seen you in pictures on Instagram with Snoop. I seen y'all in rooms together, man. I be looking at eyes in pictures, man. I'm like, this boy eyes look low as hell, man. Have you had a chance to smoke with Snoop Dogg yet?
Boy, I done. Boy, what? Boy, I done. At South by Southwest, boy, I smoked myself to sleep. Boy.
I believe that.
That was the first time we really got to it. Other times it was just one blunt, you know what I'm saying? It'll be backstage at a show or before a show, and it'll be 1 or 2 blunts. But at South by, when I went to the G-Funk party with him and Warren G, I was like, damn, these blunts keep coming. The fuck I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Take a nap.
Like, bruh. So, shit, you know, me, Warren G, DJ Funky, and Snoop, we really had the blunt cipher at South by Southwest at the G-Funk party. And that shit there, that was my most memorable moment smoking, you feel me?
That's what's up, man. Yo, you know what? And I'm now even more of a fan of yours, man. Like, that's a really dope story. I'm glad you had the chance to connect that, because a lot of people are waiting for that shot. And, you know, it's good to have people in your circle who keep you uplifted, you know what I mean? Because that chance is always around the corner, man. Speaking of, all right, so we got a chance. I actually got to meet some of Snoop's people when we go to LA for the screen to do some stuff for the documentary. What's Snoop like? Like, what should I prepare myself for, man? If I get a chance to sit down with Snoopy, you know, man.
He a funny dude, bro. He gonna roast you, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
but it's all love. Like, he be roasting niggas. Like, he the same nigga you see on TV and in the music. Like, ain't shit flaw about Snoop Dogg. Like, ain't no chinks in that man armor. That nigga, like, it really is what it is. You feel me? So, you know, just long as you come off as a genuine person and you be 100, he gonna give you the same thing back.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna look forward to that. Let me just remind myself, be 100. Don't wear nothing that's gonna make him try to roast me, because I ain't with that.
Okay, they gonna get you now.
Man, look, I don't want to be on double XL. Like, guess what happened in LA? So, but all right. So you know what? When we get making the whole plans to get you on the show, I was thinking, man, what can I do special that Clay James is here, man? And I was like, look, we gotta get into some of this Southern classic music, man. I hear you talking, and you got the game behind you. Let's see how much my man actually knows about Southern rap music, man. So I was like, let's play a game called Name That Rap Tune. I'm gonna give you some lyrics, and you tell me what the song is. Matter of fact, y'all can participate too if y'all catch it. Especially if you say, like, if you real Atlanta and real South, you should be able to catch some of these. I'm thinking, man. Okay. So I'm gonna go one for my own, man. This is my favorite. This is actually one of my favorite songs. Know a whole lot of brothers in the rap game, but most of them are in it for them shiny things. They want to snatch all 10 maybe, stack about 4. They want to live in the house but don't want no grass to grow. Who's that? I'm trying to tell you, it's one of my favorite songs too, boy.
I want no grass to grow.
Yes,
it's
sir.
an Outkast.
Ooh, close. Outkast affiliated. Affiliated. We ain't get you close. You close.
Hold on. UGK.
I
don't know.
C don't know. C don't know.
But I don't want no grass to grow.
Don't want no. Getting closer. I'm about to give it to you because it's one of my favorite songs. Watch for the hook. Cool Breeze, man. Cool Breeze, baby. Cool Breeze, man. All right, let me. This one, man. If you don't guess this one, I'm calling all y'all Southern player cards. My Phantom sit on 60s, no 20s in my denim. Your Cutlass motor knocking because it is a lemon. Who the hell that, man? I'm about to say, if you don't catch that one, man, that's WAP. That's WAP, man. Shout out to WAP. If you get a chance. You don't think that song is classic? What you mean?
Nah, Gucci like is trap.
Gucci? No, we not debating that tonight.
Yeah.
All right, well. This is why I don't allow the audience to talk to me, really. But anyway, we're gonna try another one, man. All right, going crazy in the ghettos, trying to kill me. My little homies lost their life, y'all. You fools feel me? I pack a tea cause I'm paranoid at nighttime. Brothers pulling jacks in the hood, busting gangster rhymes. Who's that? I'm about to. Side High to Prince.
Nah.
Hell, I wish that was Side to Prince.
Nah.
That ain't side high.
You got another line in that song?
Oh yeah.
Give me another line.
And I still gotta watch my back in the hood, G. Like Spice once said, these fools living like movies. Little kids get bout it. I mean hood rowdy. They're trying to make $1 out of 15 cents before I'm up and outy. Man, one of them lines should have been the giveaway. It could be, yeah, man. Like I can't. I try to tell him I can't do a good Gucci for nothing. But one of them lines should have gave it away. That's Ice Cream Man, Master P, man.
Oh man,
Ice Cream Man.
Damn, that shit when I was like 7.
This man literally said I'm bout it in the song. Like, fuck my cadence. That should have been enough. Oh, I got one for you, man. Actually, no, I can't do this one. I'm gonna give it to you. It's Take It Off by Pimp C. I tried my hardest to do Pimp C, and I can't do a Pimp C nothing, man. I ain't gonna embarrass Shannara like that, dog. And that was Shannara passing that one off. She said, give him Take It Off by Pimp C. I wish I could read a Pimp C verse, man.
I would have got that shit.
Oh, wait, you...
I would have got that. Yeah.
All right, let's play this one, because this one I would have got. No different from the rest, she just an ordinary hoe. Hair extension, long nails, ass thicker than gumbo. Make it fast, taking cash. Nope, shaking ass in the mix. 10s turn to 20s, 20s come from plenty tricks. What'd you say?
Ass thicker than gumbo. Oh, that's that's 8 Ball MP.
Yeah, damn it. Yeah. That's not my cadence.
Yeah.
He caught that. That's show enough. Tila in there, boy. That's that real classic shit right there.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm impressed. You did catch me through my whack rhymes and my whack cadence. But you know what? I don't be in the studio all night with y'all, man. So I never said I'm in the studio. I'm in the gym shooting with y'all. I'm just an avid listener of it, man. But I'm proud of you. Caught that 8 Ball one, man. He's like, wait, let me think about it, because I'm not going to go 0 for a million tonight.
Hell nah, bro. Hell nah.
That's what's up, man. Yo, if you could do a song with anybody on earth, who would it be?
Can I do 3?
Yeah, you can do 3.
All right, Pharrell.
Okay.
Nas. And Devin the Dude.
Oh, and Devin. You know, I could hear you and Devin the Dude, really. Like, that would be a cool little collab right there.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to meet Devin? I know Devin and Snoop collab a lot.
Nah, not yet. But it's coming, though.
All right, well, you got to get them lungs up, because if you fell asleep with Snoop, I know you're going to fall asleep with Devin. Like,
there ain't no telling what's going on with him.
That's what Sir do right there, man. So that'd be a dope collab to have happen, man. All right, so we're going to cut to a break. We're going to come back with Clay, and we're going to talk a little bit more. I want y'all to check out a new video by my man Russian Roulette, DJ Calismo. It's called Take It to the Moon. That's live hip-hop daily family over here, man. So check out that video. We're going to be back with my man Clay James. We're going to chop up a little bit more before we split out of here. It's Cash Color Cannabis Podcast, a high level of conversation on livehip-hopdaily.tv. Action. What's up, everybody? Cash Color Cannabis, a high level of conversation on livehipHopdaily.tv. We back with my man, the Southern player himself, Clay James, man. What's good, boy?
100.
Well, you know,
in the building.
I just struggled my way through reading some classic hip hop, Southern hip hop rhymes, and you actually caught one of them. My horrible 8 Ball. But we want to hear some bars from you, man. Can we get some Southern player bars from Clay James while we here, man?
All right. Look. My OGs always tell me that they proud of me, cause I got away with words like I wrote the Odyssey. Excuse the lack of modesty, obviously I'm a prodigy. Honestly, I'm the South's new anomaly. I don't think you should approach a G with animosity. Are you crazy? You don't see all these Crips surrounding me? Click, clack, bang, you'll be out of here in 3, cause they bow tie bandit. Stay with some heat. It costs to be a boss, that's why I charge for what I talk. I'm a young OG, this is wisdom when I talk. I could spit a 16 that'll change a nigga life. If you want me on your record, you gotta pay the price. The game is sold, not told. I'm done being nice. I'm all out of favors. It's time to go get this paper. Now everybody wanna be friends with Southern players, but only my day one niggas is sitting at my table. Tom Ford suits with European tailors. All of my events, Fred Flew is the cater. Hallelujah, Clay James, Savannah's new savior. In about 10 years, they might make me mayor. Intellectual players accumulate plenty haters, especially when your name is mentioned with movers and shakers. If she cool, Clay James might have to take her, but I would never chase her. I was taught to keep it player. I grew up bumping Snoop Dogg and T.I. Taught the principles of a G since I was knee high. My brother V taught me never to rely on a handout. Their intentions not what they seem like. Soon as you come up, they be like, you remember, right? They won't let what they did for you ever slip your mind. Now anytime they need a a dime. You gon' be the one they find. Now that you Marty McFly, wish you was back in time. If that favor was a tape player, you wanna press rewind. Rappers can't see me, I swear these MCs Stevie blind. Wonder how these people be quoting out my every rhyme. I'm a rap genius, so they remember every line. George Feeney, I'm teaching boys to meet the world. A Southern player, so Topanga ain't my only girl. I'm screaming Lakers even though LeBron ruled the world. Cause Kobe Bryant, he was smooth as a pimp with a Jerry curl. I been fly, way before the first class trips. Way before I was all these label top draft pick. I got it out the mud. I never had to ass kiss gymnastics. With investments, I make the cash flip. My tactics to win the masses out this stratus. Fear no man, let God determine your status. How I came up, some people think it was magic. My lyrics stretch across the globe, hip hop elastic. Mr. Fantastic, go against my team and the shit gon' end tragic. 2 or 3 shooters out blasting, cause Clay bout to have the click. Living in a mansion, my dogs don't let the hands, feet in them get damaged. Destined to be great, but you below average. Calling plays from the booth like John Madden. Grinding every day until I whip a Ashton. Got my pennies up the harder way, balling like magic. Pussy ass nigga wanna see me fall off. That's why my mama said succeed at all costs. Bad bitches from my G in my call log. They Snapchatting the G with they draws off, would make it bad. That's another nigga broad resembling Amber Rose and doing that slut walk. I'm killing pussy. Bedroom and white chalk disrespectful. I'm hitting your wife raw. The children you raising up came from my balls. They growing up and they ain't resembling you. They growing up and they kick more pimping than you. Now your boo looking at you like, I gotta tell the truth that Clay James fucked your dame, but you already knew I didn't finish school. I always broke the rules. What I learned from the streets is that the cash ruling. When you can't get on your feet, the world is so cool. Nobody really give a fuck what you going through. That's why I got up on my grind like a man supposed to. Fuck a Barbie, I ain't can. I kick shit like Ryu. Getting paid from the pen for these poems and haikus. You niggas flyer than who? I'm laying next to a bitch yellow like Pikachu with some pastel panties, more colors than Easter suits, and she bout to blow me like the band geek flute. And that's the truth.
Oh, wait, we need the flex bombs on that, man. Where the flex bombs at, Like, you supposed to have that on deck. You New York. You supposed to have that on deck. That was bars, man. You ready to be on you ready to be up there with one of them Southern players, classical legends up there, man. I like them bars, man. I see what Snoop was impressed by. I see what he was impressed by. So what are you working on next, man? I know you said there is a new album in the works, man. What we gonna be hearing?
I turned my album in last week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting on, just the politics behind it, the release date, the press shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's called Country and Proud. It's 12 songs on that thing. Got producers, my in-house producers, Savage, Mazo. I got one of DJ Funky's producers, Daraj. He did a couple joints on there. I got Big A on there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got too many features. I just really got Messiah the rapper. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do all that. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna do a song together, it's gonna be on some fam shit. You know what I mean? Rappers will hold up your project waiting on a feature.
Bro, what you telling? Or trying to get it clear. They definitely will hold
I got that. That's coming out soon on Doggy Style South. And we working on an EP. We just started today working on our next project. That's also coming out on Doggy Style South. It's called 2 Player. It's going to be 7 to 8 songs on that one. Yeah. Hopefully. We did 4 today. So shit. Southern Players EP, and shit, that's what's coming.
Are we ever gonna see a Snoop Dogg collab with him? Maybe he slide a couple of words on one of them songs, man. Definitely.
The only reason we ain't work yet is just cause our schedules. That's the only reason. Yeah. But Dog ready to do some songs. You know what I'm saying? Me, Dog, and his R&B artist October London. You know what I'm saying? We all trying to get our schedule straight so we can just lock in and do a bunch of shit. Cause everybody waiting on that shit.
That's what's up, man. Well, I'm blessed to be able to see you grow like you did. Like I said, I met you when you was CJ the Fly Guy. Now I'm looking at a guy who about to be on a whole nother stratosphere, man. The way he working right now.
Straight like that.
It was blessed to be able to see that progress. Thank you for coming on the show tonight, man.
You know you my boy, man.
Holding us down. We gotta get Messiah on here next time, man. You can't be behind the background all the time. I need to hear some of these other stories.
Nah, he got a project coming out. A Pimp Named Sweet Tooth Volume 2. Volume 1 is on Dat Piff right now. It's still doing numbers and shit like that. That was his first and only project. And so when he come drop Volume 2, A Pimp Named Sweet Tooth Volume 2, he gonna come back and do the same thing.
Man, definitely. Yeah, definitely. You know what? Get you a friend like Clay James. Get you a friend like Messiah, man. Like these are the folks who lift you up to do better, man. And we gotta appreciate always them kind of peoples. How could the fans follow you or find you on social media? Like what's the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitters, all that?
All my handles is @WhoIsClayJames.
Okay.
Everything that you could SoundCloud.com / at Who Is Clay James, at Who Is Clay James, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook.
All right,
all that. Snapchat too, man.
That's what it is, man. Well, I appreciate everybody for coming through. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Everybody who downloaded the app. We're going to be back next Tuesday with a whole nother episode of Cash Color Cannabis Podcast. We got, matter of fact, my man Scotty ATL coming through. We're going to talk about that strain he got. We're going to talk about Cool Club. We're going to talk about a whole lot, to be honest with you, man. So I'm ready for that interview, too. So
that Cloud 9 strain.
Man, we trying to find out about that, man. Yeah. We trying to get to the bottom of that.
My frat brother, his DJ now, man. Shouts out to DJ Iceberg. He's Scotty ATL
That's
DJ.
what's up. You know, I should have told that story, too, man. I never really wanted to be in the frat, but if I could have been in one, it would have been Kappas, man. I just wanted the cane. I ain't gonna lie. I just wanted the cane, man. I just wanted to walk around with the cane and just tap that shit all day.
Yeah, that shit goddamn. If when they asked me, when the bros asked me on campus, they're like, "What you want to do this for?" I like, man. I said the wrong answer. I was really like, man, cause y'all fly like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to twirl and goddamn shimmy. You know what I'm saying?
That would've been
and
my
niggas
answer.
Respected that shit because I kept it real, you know?
That would have been my answer, too.
I kept it real.
Mr. King, what made you want to be a Kappa Alpha Psi member? Shit, man, the cane. Gotta get one of them, bro.
But see, most niggas come in the meeting bullshitting, man. And that's the niggas that don't make it.
Really?
You feel me? If you say what it really is,
yeah.
You know, niggas gonna respect that shit.
Hey, before we fade out, man. Hey, have you seen the what's the joint on Netflix? Burning Sands? Is it the the show?
I watched it.
How'd you feel about that? Being a frat member yourself?
I don't like that shit, man.
They really expose shit?
I ain't gonna some of that shit was just like, you know what I'm saying? But some of that shit I was like, oh damn. That is how it be now.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I know some people who went through, like my man Logan crossed over at Morehouse. He's Omega, and I remember him calling me in the middle of the night when I was in school. Like I know how y'all gotta be, so he calling me in the middle of the night. All he can get out with these words, "Bruh, this shit real. I'ma hit you up later." That's all he can tell me, man. Bruh, this shit real.
But you know, the director of that movie actually is a Q from Morehouse.
Really?
So I know they pissed.
I bet you they pissed, man. Yo, y'all don't like telling them stories. That's why that reality show didn't work. Like I knew that was never gonna work.
Nah.
They ain't with all that.
Some shit is sacred, man. Like some shit you just shouldn't talk about or be seen unless you actually go through that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, in a world where social media and reality TV runs the goddamn world, bullshit is gonna happen.
Oh, bro, who you ain't telling, man? But shout out to the Noob, shout out to Southern Players, shout out to Clay James for coming.
Shouts
through.
out to Doggy Style South.
Shout out to Doggy Style South. Shout out to Messiah over there, man.
Yeah.
He seemed to be he over there positioned himself to be Dame Dash. I already see it, man.
Yeah, he don't play with you now.
I already see it, man. So salute all y'all boys for coming through. Tune in next week, 9 p.m. Cash Color Campus, a high level conversation on livehip-hopdaily.tv.
100.